First, I would like to tell how started our coaching career. We should go back since 2000. In the year 2000, I started BMX when I was 4. I do BMX like I think everybody. And after I decided I will go to university 15 years later. And when I started the university, I decided I would like to be a professional coach. That's mean in our idea, I need to collect all money from the coaching. I think it's really important because if you want to be a good coach, you have to collect enough money from coaching. Because if you are working from 8 to 4, somewhere in company, you are really stressed, you are angry, and you are hurried to the track. And if you are arrive the track, you are totally full, and you need to do a good session with kids. And I think it's not really possible. It's not easy to make it. But if you are a professional coach, you can do rest in the morning, and you can prepare mental everything in the morning, and you can make a session in the afternoon with kids. Because I think the kids need relaxed guy and always smiling, always the good feedbacks or something like that. So I think this is really important. So if you want to be a good coach, you should try this way, maybe like Dana, because I think it's really important to make it. How you can make it to be a professional coach? So when I started coaching in our clubs, I was only one guy, and I'm thinking I have 3 years in a university. I practice, and after if I finish the university, I started to beginning a bigger group, and I make Facebook, everything, and I post. You should come to BMX, come BMX, and that's growing, and if I finish the university, I got a paper from the coaching education, so I have everything to make it, and I make my first company for this, for the coaching. And some months after, another Hungarian club, oh Gary, do you want to coaching in our club? Yes, why not? I can make a parallel with 2 groups. Monday, one group, Tuesday, another group, Wednesday, etc. So it's possible to do it. So I don't know how to work Prague, maybe with Repi and Gonice. I don't know how many riders do you have, the both teams. So that was our work, and 2009 I started to working with the international group. The first camp was in Sarians with a Switzerland guy. It's a really long story why from Hungary, how to go to France and to make training with Swiss guy, because it's really strange. 3 different countries, 3 different everything. Yes, that's the way. I don't know who know Timon Köhler. Timon Köhler's mother's from Hungary. And Annette one time come to Hungary and write to me, Gary, I would like to join your session because I have seen Facebook. Is it possible? Yes, why not? After the session, Annette, I'm thinking about to organize European camps in France and Verona or something like that. And do you want to be a coach? Yes, of course, why not? It's a good idea. And it's possible to get more money if you have some camps. So you have to think about this. And that started with Sarians, Verona, and now I have to go every country in Europe. So, and when I started the international level with kids and camps, I did parallel the UCI coaching course, the first 2, and 2023 I decided to make the level 3. That's the top level. Yeah, that was really expensive, but I think one of the best investment, because everybody wants to the best educated coach. So So it was a good decision. So if you want to be the better coach, you should go to university and international level education, like UCI. And if you want another one, you should go to Great Britain, because that's at the same good level in the coaching. Of course, our coach was the UCI Lane Phillips and TJ, something like that. So that was a good period in my life. I was 1 month in Eagle, and 1 month every day bicycle, like this. So we use velodrome, we use gym, we use BMX track, pump track. We did mountain bike, so we do everything, and we can see, we can learn the full package. So it was a nice thing. Okay, so I think we should speak about the BMX, because it's a BMX education. The training concept, because it's really important, and I think, of course, I think in Czech Republic the concept is not really bad, because you have, I don't know, maybe 400 riders or something like that. It's quite not bad. To be honest, if I'm speaking Hungarian is a bit worse in BMX than in Czech Republic, but I think our concept is it a good way. So normally we have a club training. That means that Monday to Friday we have trainings in the clubs.
With the concept of your club.
Yes. I will speak our club first. So that means Monday, Wednesday, and Friday we have 3 training days per week in our club. In our club I have about 45, 50 riders, and we have 3 groups. I think I'm writing down. It's easier to understand. Riders. That's mean 3 groups. Sorry, I can't write very nice. I'm not a woman. So, okay, first group, racer. That's mean 20-25 riders. Second group, hobby. About 15 riders. And the third one, BMX school. About 8 riders. Okay, so the racer has 3 training in 1 week: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The hobby, Monday and Friday, and BMX school, Wednesday. The reason why BMX school has only 1, because they are 4, 5, 6 years old, really young, and they started to ride bicycle, not specific BMX, just do easy turn, maybe the elbow position, legs position on the pedal. That's really basic, and balance on the gate, something like that. The hobby riders, they are a bit better, but don't want to be racing. The ages doesn't matter, so that means we have riders from 6 to, I think, 15, about something like that. So it doesn't matter the year. And the racer, we have about from 8 to we have the oldest guy, 45, about something like that. But the racer, that's mean not the same level like the elite class. So we have, normally in Hungary we have a challenge rider, because we don't have 8 meter. So I think it's not really possible to do the elite level. But the racer train together 3 times in a week. And Wednesday, every racer has to go for the training. So they have to go to the training. And we practice everything in the racer group. And of course some racer, the best in the club, do individual training with some gym exercise with personal coach, not with me, because I don't want to do BMX and gym session and every session, so I just focus the BMX session, and I'm speaking with the another coach who working with our kids in the gym, and we can discuss about everything. So I think it's the right way if you are a BMX coach and you have a good friend or something like that in a gym, and you can work together. The hobby riders, of course, practicing everything, but not really big effort. Just they want to learn how to do manual, how to do jump or something like that. Okay, so this is our club groups, and we can organize sometimes the weekend training, 2 days weekend training, but that's extra pay. So this is the normal pay, so that's a monthly pay inside included, and for extra pay the weekend training. That's mean 2 sessions per day, like this, 2 times 2 hours session, and sometimes I make trainings in flat asphalt to do power wheelie, manual, bunny hop, really basic, finishing, something like that, and of course sprint. Because I know the rider don't want to do the really basic things, because they think, I don't want to do manual on flat because it's really boring. I want to do manual on the track and full straight manual, yeah. But you have to understand, you can do manual on flat, you can do on the track. Simply, I think. So you have to start the basic, and if you can do the basic, you can put always the level higher. This is the weekend training, of course, and in the summer days, Hungary we have 11 weeks in summer to holiday. That's quite much. So normally the parents work, and when I was younger, I'm thinking, oh, it's a good idea if I organize camp for kids and the parents can go to work and I'm with the kids with full day. Yeah, it's a good idea. And so I organized summer camp many times since 2018 or something like that. This is also extra pay, so you have to pay everything. Summer camp 5 days, and including daily 2 training. Sometimes we make in the middle rest, but our problems in the summer in Hungary, we have sometimes almost 40 degrees, so it's quite much. So sometimes I need to put some water on the track, and the kids riding and they want, oh Gary, please, water. So sometimes that's a bit more fun than the serious training, because it's summer camp. And I organized international camp for our team. International camp, Verona. So normally we use Verona and Benátky. We did some training in Benátky also. That's always in the middle of March, a bit before than the European Cup. So before I go here, I put I sent to the information to our club from the training in March in Verona. So if you want to be better, you should go to one of the best places, Verona, Sarjan, Stuttgart. I like Benátky, so I think Benátky is okay. If dry, that's okay. So yeah. So you should go to the big track and make trainings. Not much, I think 4 or 5 training maximum, don't need more, because the kids don't do everything in 1 week. So they don't learn everything in 1 week. So that is the plan in our club. And of course we are organized racing, minimum 2 per year. Normally we make Hungarian Cup, and we have Alpe Adria Cup. The Alpe Adria Cup, that's mean like a 3-nation cup in Germany, Belgium and Holland. So that is the same Hungary, Slovenia and Austria. So that's the Alpe Adria Cup. It's not the same level like the 3-nation cup, it's a level lower, but that's a different race. So we have race Hungarian Cup, Hungarian Championship and Alpe Adria. And this year I will make my own racing system, the Gary BMX Coach Cup. It's a bit different. but it's a bit more fun than the more serious race, because I think the kids need always something. So normally the BMX finished middle of October, since middle of March. But I think in Czech Republic it's not really possible to organize racing in March, I think, because it's really risky to organize. So I tried to make the winter race series like a French, but the French has enough money to organize in indoor, but in Hungary and I think in Czech Republic also don't have enough money, and so it's not possible. So I will make in November, but that's mean only one day, so that means Sunday, and Sunday try to make the race from 10 to 2 o'clock, about something like that. Maybe that's the most warmer in the normal day. Yeah, I think that's all.
Amount for basics.
That's mean I counted that was about something 400 per year, something like that.
And I wanted to ask, do you have any assistant? It's not just you, is it? Running all these sessions.
I did it all.
You did it all?
Yes, but if I'm traveling somewhere, I have another coach who helped me. Yeah, but I did it all because.
So it's just you, 25 riders?
Not in one session. Because we have separate.
I see.
So we started the training 5, sometimes 4:30, and we are finished almost 8.
Okay.
So we have schedule and we can
different groups.
How long is the session?
1.5. Normally 1.5 for the racers. Hobby usually 1 and 15, and the BMX school is 1 hour. For the young ages, enough.
And the payment is for every group same? Or same for every group same?
Because of course, sometimes it's not really good because they has only 1 session, and this group has 3 sessions. Yes, but the both use the same track. I think the same electricity, same coach, and same everything. Yeah. So I try to make the full package in 1 year, and I make monthly. But the problems in Hungary, everybody don't pay the full year in one time. So that means in Italy, Switzerland, you have to pay in January the full year. But in Hungary, it's a bit risky because it's much for the Hungarians. So, but this last year was okay because sometimes the people think I'm not coming 1 month and I don't want to pay for that. Yeah, but you have to pay because the track is here. And if you want to be a good track, you have to work on the track every time. Every time.
It's possible in winter use your track?
Yes, it's possible. Yeah, because if we have snow, normally only one time in a year, I always go to there and clean it.
Yes.
And I clean it and we can use it. And we have a vibration, and if we need, we can vibration. So yeah.
Does this price include only basic?
This one.
Basics, yeah.
Yeah. And if you want this, you have to pay more.
And basic trainings are in holidays or not?
Yes. If I'm at home, yes.
Yeah, in holidays. Every time in a year.
Yes, every time in a year. Yeah, because a lot of sports in the football stopped in the summertime in Hungary, but I think it's not the right way because the parents working, the kids at home and using computer and telephone and don't do nothing, Xbox. And I think the right if we do training, of course. And this is the reason why I organize summer camp. That's 5 days, Monday to Friday. Parents can work and the kids with me. And I organize the food and everything, so it's working well. So you should try it. But this is the reason why you have to be the pro coach, because you need time for this. So I organize normally 4 or 5 summer camp in summer.
5 in summer.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's mean if I organize 5, that's 25 days with kids. Sometimes I'm crazy. Yeah.
So what is the annual cost for one rider? The average annual cost?
For summer camp?
No, for the let's say annual training program without summer camps.
This.
For Honda.
This is.
I see. I thought it was.
This is no, included this. But the weekend depends on which track are using. That's mean about sometimes 70 to 100 euro. Summer camp normally this one, and
is it food included?
yes, yeah, and of course if I organize the international camp, that depends the track fee and everything. So normally that's mean 50 euro per session. In international track. Per rider.
And the summer camp, how many days you consider for the summer camp?
5.
5 hours, sorry, I didn't see.
5 days, yeah. So it's quite much. But if you like and if you love your job, you don't feel it's a job. So I'm just going to the track and of course I try to teach kids how to clean the track, something like that. So I try to not only just BMX training, of course everything. And the young ages we have to always play. The army or something like that, the kids really love it. In between the trees or something like that. So if you want to be the good coach, sometimes you need to be to be the same kids like the kid.
Same level.
Yes, yeah, of course, yeah. But you have to cross. This is the challenge level. So if you want to be the elite level. So if I organize the camp with Swiss guy, that's different. That's always just work the train, and of course rest, because the rest is really important. Okay, I think we should speak about the.
I'm just thinking that it a bit contradicts with what you have said, that we shouldn't specialize the kids to BMX. But if you are then saying that you are filling the whole year for them with BMX, then
yes,
you know, because if the kids ride BMX over the summer, let's say, or from March to September, then they have half a year for doing something else.
Okay, that's a good question. So in Hungary nowadays the winter is always warmer and warmer, but we have a hybrid option. That's mean if we have a snow or heavy rain, we not cancel the training, we will go to the gym and we use gym. So I have one friend who has a gym and we will go there, and if we are there we have to pay. If we are not there we don't need to pay. I don't know is it possible to do in Prague or Czech Republic.
No, I'm not asking because of money, I'm just asking like conceptually what should be better for the kids, you know. Like, you know, from the development perspective.
Yeah, of course, but I think the right if you never cancel the training. Because I think it's not really good if you do.
No, the question is not about cancelling.
Okay.
The question is about if you ride with them whole year, then you
We
are specializing them early, I guess, for BMX.
Ili, what you mean?
Soon.
No, Tomáš was saying in the beginning, it was in Czech, we should, and I agree with that we shouldn't specialize the kids.
It should be more fun.
It should be
of course.
only one discipline, only bike.
Yeah, but
no, sometimes we make a different exercise, of course. Depends which period of the year. So so normally before the session, about February we started to work only the speed before the race, and in October we work from endurance and power, and of course we have to work the race between the race season, the race tactic and the technique.
Yeah, the question is how do you use for training games on bike?
Of course. Staffet. I really like many type of staffet. You know staffet? So I know something about 6 different kind of staffet. So sometimes we make, I say one example for Staffel.
It's very good tema. Topic.
The
games, playing and games.
Of course, I
BMX.
think every coach know the play with the fighting elbow to elbow. I don't know the exact English name.
Yeah.
I think, but I don't really like that because sometimes the kid's going to be too angry because I want to kill him, and that's not the right way to make it. So the Staffet, it's a bit different. So sometimes I make two groups and we make a gate challenge. Gate till the first jump and the first rider get 1 point. And the most points, that group win easy. And the sometimes I make some switch, so that means we have a jackpot rider. The jackpot rider, if the jackpot rider win, get 2 points. But the another group don't know who is the jackpot rider, only me. Who know it's the jackpot. So we can make a lot of things with this, like this.
Yeah, but what he meant is that it's even if it's game, it's still focused on bike.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because the Hungarian kids normally they don't wanna run or something like that. They want to do BMX. Always just BMX. And the question is, Gary, when we will go to jumping? That's every training. Jump, Gary, jumping. Yeah, so that means the hobby riders. Of course, the racers want to be a bit more. Of course. Okay. I think we should speak.
Ondra ask you about, because we changed disciplines like football, ice hockey.
Oh, so that means okay. Of course.
How is it important in training?
So in the young ages, it's good if the kids know everything a bit, because a lot of kids who make like Nicky Man don't know nothing about the table tennis. Nothing, but really that's not really special if you can do a bit table tennis or I don't know something different sport. Yeah, it's crazy because the kids want to play football because our track next to the track we have a football track field, and so if we have a small rest, the kids always pick the ball and try to make. So sometimes I take time for do that. And after we continue the session, but normally the Hungarian riders just do BMX.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But do you think it's good?
Depends. So individual, some kids going to the gym with the personal coach and do a lot of different exercise with ball, with cardio, with balance things or something like that. Yes, but the most kids use only BMX. A lot of kids come to our training and they say, "Oh, Gary, I'm a swimmer." Oh, are you a swimmer? Yeah, but if you are a swimmer, it's too risky to do BMX. Because in Hungary, the swimming is the one of the top sport. So we are one of the best in the world. So if you want to be a swimmer, you can do BMX. You have to do swim. Yeah.
We are popular on bike, mountain bike, enduro and downhill.
Yeah, yes, but the problems about the downhill in Hungary, we don't have any mountains. So we need mountains to make downhill. Yeah, but some racer who has a lot of adrenaline, they want to go to do downhill. So we have we live in countryside in Austria. So it's possible to go 1 hour to go some downhill track, and of course some our guys go there. Of course, yeah.
And motocross.
Motocross, yes, but that's expensive.
Combined.
Yes, that's a really interesting story. We have one good rider from motocross. He is really good. I don't know the exact results now, but he is the top level. His ages, and he come to our place for individual session with BMX. So we make BMX exercise one time one week, and he did parallel with motocross, and he is really good. Yeah, but if you want to be motocross, so it's more. Yeah, but now the BMX is also quite.
We have jump line in Logang. For us, when we don't use the motocross bikes, it's similar like motocross. Jump line in Logang is very big jumps on the mountain bike.
Yeah.
It's good to learning jumping.
Yes, but if you want to learn jumping and safety, you should use airbag.
Yes,
No airbag.
they have airbag.
Ah, okay. Hello. Ahoy. Okay, I think we should continue with the training. How to explain the training with kids.
Yes.
Okay, so. Okay, so I would like to explain first in our club training, and after I would like to discuss about the training camps, because in the training camps we have a bit more time for do training and do some exercise. So normally one training in 1.5 hours. That means we need 20 minutes warm up. Okay, that means warm up 2 laps. I really prefer if the kids don't do manual and jump on the first 2 laps. Just do nothing, just for blood and air and everything to warming up. After gymnastic, I think it's really important to make gymnastic and the dynamic stretching.
So that's what you start with?
What?
That's what you start with, gymnastics?
Legs.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
and going up. So I usually start at the knee or ankle, hip, shoulder, elbow and wrist and neck.
Yeah, and on the bike, this part of training is
No,
slow
this-
speed. Slow speed.
Yes, of course. Of
It's
course.
important, slow speed.
Of course. Yeah.
Just the pumping,
Yes.
2 laps, then the gymnastics, and then
2
you
or
switch
3, and sometimes we did 2 laps in a normal way and
manual.
wrong way.
No, just pumping.
Yeah,
2
just
laps.
pumping. Yeah. I really prefer because, of course, if Dominic has enough experience, they can do manual on the first lap. But a lot of kids not. So it depends on the group. But normally, I don't really like to make.
Excuse me, I talk about it because I think it's important to do this part of training in the slow speed, and you try to manual and technical exams and activate it.
Of course, but
in
it is
slow
warm up,
speed,
and
slow
after
speed.
that's the first exercise.
Yes.
Okay.
Slow speed is safety, but more technical, high level of technical in slow speed. It's not easy to do, but it's
Of course.
important.
This is the BMX.
Technical
So
basics are
I always
important.
tell to the kids. When I was young, the BMX was different. So I think Lucas and everybody knows. No asphalt turns, no big ramps, no really big jumps. The tires was totally different. It looks like mountain bike tires, and now really slick. So yeah, it's a kind of different sport. And now the BMX, you have to collect speed with all bumps. If you lose speed with the bumps, you are out. You are not at elite level. So if you want to be the elite level, you need to be correct with pedaling and every bump. Jump, manual, push, pick up, everything. And you need correct speed with that. Okay, but yeah, it's...
I thought about, because my riders, when start training, they need go fast on this part, and it's not good for them.
No. Because because they think they are feel free and I can ride really fast because because I 1.5 hours I'm sitting in the school and I have a lot of energy and but that's mean started the training with a low energy and go down always. But we have to do this and try this and down. This is the right way. So warm-up, gymnastic, exercise, but usually if we come back from gymnastic, we do basic exercise with bike, manual, jump, maybe push race, pick up, depends on the level of the group. And I really like some exercise with the boy, the cones, to turning, so high, low, low, high, but no, every kid know it, so it don't need to practice much time. Just put the bow and that's all. 2 times and enough. And I really like technical exercise, not the endurance, not full laps or something like, not half laps, not do gait, just technique. So the first session is technique. After the main exercise, what is main exercise? So if you want to practice the full lap, you should do full lap. If you want to practice gait, you have to just focus the gait. And normally a lot of coaches using the phone in the training, it of course is possible. I think if you want to be every small movements and small things, you have to make video and you have to check it. But normally in the weekdays I not really use the phone because we have a lot of kids there and we don't have much time to make it. But in the training camp we use it. We use it and we are stop and we are just relax and check it. Look at this, your shoulder was a bit too high or something like that. Your wrist was like this, not like this. So it depends of the, so 1.5 hours is not much. That's a normal time for training. Main exercise, and of course sometimes we make exercise for the track speed. What does mean? So made gait, first straight, second straight, no pedal, just do technique, third straight, full speed again, with pedal. That's of course it's also main exercise. And the main exercise, the staffet, if we have interval, so we have to do a lot of interval, but interval short time and short rest. That's mean 1 straight and 10 seconds, 15 seconds rest. And do again. Sometimes we practice the jumping in the second straight, that's the biggest, like a pro or something like that, 3 times in a row without rest. Just jump, easy, do it without rest, again and again. So if you want to be the elite, you have to jump the first straight, second and third. So if I'm checking Benatki, it also need to jump on the second straight, third straight not really, maybe the last triple. But you have to need enough power and energy to make it. And cool down, the last part, cool down. Sometimes play, sometimes football, as I said. Sometimes 5 minutes just cooling down, football with or sometimes the kids really like the fourth line in our track. That's the kind of the most easiest line. And they, Kerry, I want to do jump there. Is it possible to make cool down there? Yes, possible. Why not? So sometimes the kid says, I want to do this. And I think the right if the coach says, okay, we have to do this. Because if we do this, the kid's going to be happy. And if the kid's happy, next time is also coming. So it's really important if you want to work a long period. Because the kids, if try to do teenager, stop BMX, stop sports, stop everything. Just do tunnel view to the phone and maybe something like that. So it's not nowadays. It's not really happy to make it. Okay, and of course, cool down. You can do stretching, but it's important. The cool down we never do dynamic stretching. We always do the static stretching. What does mean? That means we do the exercise and for 10-15 seconds. Okay, so not doing like this. This is for gymnastics for warm up, and the static stretching for cooling down, of course. Yeah. Any question about?
Yeah, I wanted to ask what's the time split between each session? You said 20 minutes for warm up, and then approximately.
Something like that. 20 minutes for warm up, about 20 minutes cool down, and you have almost 1 hour for half technique and half main exercise. Depends what is the main exercise. So if you want to do full lap, when I was in the UCI and I have seen the sprints athlete in velodrome, and they do one training session that was 3 hours, and only 6 effort. That means one time 200 meters full gas sprint, and after 20 minutes, minimum 20 minutes rest. And the 20 minutes was the short rest, and the 30 minutes that's normal. So normally if you want to do full lap, I think you can do only maximum 2 in one training. One full lap and long zettel rest and warming and do again. Because you have to need rest. So you should make a measure. I measured a lot of time, and if you don't have enough rest between 2 full laps, the time is getting worse. And the same the technique. So if you want to learn the right technique, you need to be fit. Okay, so it's really important. You have to practice first technique, power, and endurance.
Yes, and how do you change it? Training plans on the beginning of season and main season?
Okay, so I always started to preparing for the next season in the middle of October. So normally we finished in September, end of September we have a small rest, and after we started to work for the next season. And in October we started to make some endurance. That means we make a bit more laps in the track. That means about in one session we make 7 and 10 kilometers in 1.5 hours. So it's quite much on BMX track. And we work a lot for endurance. But if you want to do for endurance, you can swim, run, and road cycling. But the kids don't really like swimming, don't really like running. What you can choose? Bicycle. That's the answer for the question. So in our kids always says, Gary, I don't have a roller inside my ankle, so I don't want running. I would like to use my bike and I can roll. So yeah, it's crazy. And we work endurance October, November, and we started to power December, January, and the speed, main focus, the speed in February. And normally March, the season will start for the racer group. Any question?
Yeah, we can start with the conception of the national conception.
No, national federation. Okay, so
you can explain us how is it in Do you have some friends from other countries?
I know very good, of course, Hungary, Slovenia, and Switzerland conception. So we can discuss all three if you want. The Hungarian conception, I started to do the national coach 2021, end of 21. So our conception was, I'm a guy in the middle, so a lot of people like me and a lot of people don't like me, but it's normal. If you do something, you have to know it. So in Hungary, as I said, we don't have an elite rider and a pro level rider, so we decided we try to do better in challenge class. Because if we don't have an 8 meter, it's not possible to go every 2 weeks to Verona or Benátky or somewhere. Verona and Benátky is the closest track in with Essex ramp. So that's 6.5 hours from our place, so it's quite much. So we decided to be better challenge class, and I think about how is it possible. And before me, everybody can go to the World Championship, everybody can go to the European Championship if you have money for that. And I said, I think we have to stop this, and you have to qualify for the European and World Championship, and you have to try to be better. The qualification is really simply, you have to go before the, normally in middle of May you have to qualify. That means you have to go to European Cup and you need to be the top 50%. If you are in the top 50%, you can go to the European Championship and World Championship. That's the I think it's really simple rules, and this is really good because kids want to be better. Because normally a lot of kids, I have money for Verona race, I want to go there. And yeah, but you are the lost. Why do you want to go Verona if you are the lost? You just burn money. Maybe you should go 10 training camps and after you try to do the racing in Verona. So, and last year 25 riders qualified for the European in Verona, and the team goal was every rider tried to put the final, but not the main final, just not, because I think it's not really good if you go to the race and you are out of the moto and you can go home. So it's maybe it's not the right way, and we did our goal because the first day in Verona every kid qualified for the 1.8, 1.4 final and semi-final, and we did 1 second position. In maybe you know Peter Preitzer, he was the second in the cruiser category. So this is the national team. And if you qualified, you get the jersey from the federation, and you have to use it in the national race and the European races. But if you are not in the team, you can't buy the jersey. So for me it's really important because a lot of people want the blue jersey, and if go to the market they can buy it. And a lot of people use it, but they are not that level. So if you have this jersey, that means you are a bit better level than the normal, than the average. So yeah, so I think it's a good way. So I don't know, is it possible to buy the national jersey in Czech Republic, but I think it's not the right way, if possible, to buy it. Yes, and the reason why we put only 50%, because our goal, we don't want to say you can't go to the European, you have to do for it, you have to work for it, and you can go there. And if you can qualify, you can go there. And sometimes some kids 55%, but we are discussed with the federation, and okay, allow that, he can go it. Because he do training camps, he do trainings, and he try his best. So this is the main goal. We try to learn and teach to kids how you can try your best every day. So yeah, and last year December I started to new project with our kids because after 14, 15, 16 a lot of kids finished the BMX in Hungary, but I think everywhere in the world. So it's typical, and I decided what should I do, and I think a lot. And I organized every month training days for only 13 plus rider. Everybody can go there, and we train together in 1 day, 1 month, and we try to put more. Everybody is a bit better and better. So that's the role. That's the goal. The next one is next weekend. And before the training day, I always send to the message everybody. We have one group, and which track do you want to go? And the kids say, I would like this and this and this. Okay, we can make training there. And how many kids come to there? Oh, 10, 15. Okay, we can manage that. So I think it's really basic. But in Hungary we don't have a much rider. We have 100, 150 BMXers, so it's not the same level like in Czech Republic. So maybe in Czech Republic can make the half and east-west side, and maybe you should make the same. Every month, one time train together the best rider in the category. We already spoke with this Thomas.
Now is small races in the week and the part of the middle of the Prague. Nebo Bohnice, Řepy, máte vy? Bohnice, Řepy, Benátky, they have small races for riders.
Oh, okay.
One time in a week.
That's a good idea. I forgot to say, in our club I organize some home race. And I make the race mottos not with I measure the full lap times everybody, and I make line with the timing, and the same times race together, not the same ages, the same time. So I don't know, we have 2 riders who put the 40, 41, 42 seconds I put together. So but I think in Czech Republic you don't need, because you have many riders to make the race in the same ages normally, I think. Yeah. Yes. So that's all in Hungary. So this is a new project for 13 plus, and we will see what's going on. And I think this is the amateur level, and the Slovenian do the pro level, I think, because one father, Josh Lozar father, think one idea. They want to make one team. That's mean 3 countries: Hungary, Slovenian, and Austrian. Every federation give money to the package, and the another package put the European Cycling Federation, and we make one. Should be, we can say, national team in the Balkan or something like that. Yeah, but that's a 3-nation team. But the Hungarian and Austrian says we don't have money for that. But the Slovenian started this project since last year September, and I'm the head coach. And that project is minimum age 13 plus, and the goal is we try to put the riders into the championship class. So not the goal is not the top level of the championship class, just try to put into the championship class. So that's mean I have to organize 5 times in a year training weekends. We went to Padova, we went to Verona already, and end of September I will go with this group to to Verona again. And I make a test day. The first day I invite a lot of kids, and I would like to see, you can do manual, you can't do manual, you can do jump, you can't do jump, you can do this gate, you can't do this gate, or something like that. Contract with me 5 weekends in a year and 5 European Cup with this group, so with the main coach, and individual training plan to every kids.
Individual plan for everyone.
Yeah, for every kids, and the federation pay everything. So that I say this is a pro level because the federation pay the coach, pay the travel, pay the riders, pay the track fee, everything. So it's a quite big budget, but I think if you want to be the pro, you have to do this.
And how is it communication between you and the riders?
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp?
Yeah, WhatsApp, but it's not easy
They
because
contact you every time?
okay, I will say that, but it's not easy to speaking with kids because the kids is teenager and sometimes write really short sentence in English and I don't understand. What is this? Because say B and C. I'm an old man, I need big goals. Please write this. So, of course, it's not easy to speak because I make the rules for this team and I send the plan every month and the kids need to send to me every weekend to what he did that week in BMX. So. Yeah, and a lot of kids don't wanna send to me back the trainings and feedback, so it's not easy to speak. But yeah. I can say, if you can't send to me, you are out from the group, because the federation is paid. So I can say this. But if the riders paid for the coach can say this. So it's not, it's a bit different.
It's exact rules.
Yeah, it's really exact rules. And we have 5 training weekends, so they have to go there. I sent to the calendar in January, so you have to prepare for the training camps and the racing. So it's easy. So I think this is the pro level. But of course Slovenia is also not the strongest country in BMX, but in road really. So they try to be better in BMX also, but the same problem and same situation in Slovenia, they don't have an 8 meter. So we have to travel always to train. But I heard about the really huge project in Výměna about to make a bicycle area with velodrome, with BMX or something like that. We will see. I always believe if the track is there. Because I know how much money to make it, so I think maybe this is the way from the federation in Czech Republic to make team and the federation need to pay everything. But I don't know is it possible or not. And I would like to tell about the totally different way in Switzerland, because it's really interesting, the Switzerland peoples. Because the federation nothing to pay, nothing. So the kids need to buy the jersey, the national jersey, and everything. And if we check the world ranking, the nation ranking, and Switzerland the 4th position, crazy. And no any things, but in Switzerland it's the same. A smaller country than Hungary, and they make the French part and German part. And every Wednesday, before make the half one, make test day, and the coach says you can go the group, you can go, you can't, and collect the riders, the top riders with the German part and the French part, every Wednesday the coach organized the race training, and the kids have to go. And
they paid?
No, the federation paid for the coach, so the kids don't need to pay for this.
Yeah.
Only for this. and the best kids work together every Wednesday. So they put always better and better, and Switzerland works the same the both sides, the French and the Germans. Wednesday always train the best rider, and the national cadre, that's mean 15, 16 years old, that's the youngest. And after the junior class, and the 15, 16 riders need to be trained. I don't really know. No, normally, I think one time in a month together, and they are trained together. And the junior and elite make the same. But I don't know, sometimes fighting the Swiss people together. I don't know really why, but sometimes it's not easy to make it. And of course the parents has enough money to travel a lot of training camps. So maybe, I think it's not a secret, maybe that's mean money. So I have money for go every 3 weeks to Verona, because the Swiss has enough money to make it, because the Swiss, if you want to live in Swiss, it's more expensive than every country in Europe. So if the Swiss go to Verona, the Verona is cheap place for Swiss people. So yeah, it's a totally different way to make it, and the result is good. So it's not easy to find which way is your way, and how you can make the good way in chair cycling. I already said about the Swiss things, and you have to know David Graf is the main coach in Switzerland, and he only worked with the underclass and the elite one, and under in the junior class and the challenge class 15, 16 work with the Joel Dovat. He is a different coach, and this is the reason why they can make support together and making the BMX better in Switzerland. But normally I think the way in Switzerland the parents pay everything, pay the individual trainer. So now a lot of kids work with Mike Wailan, the French coach in Switzerland. So they have enough money for make it from the house budget. So I think it's not really possible to make in these countries, in Czech Republic and Hungary or something like that, because the parents don't have enough money for pay to everything, because it's really expensive. So I don't know, do you have any good things in Czech cycling to pay something to riders and to travel cost or something from the top riders? But if not, you should do this, because I know it's expensive, but yeah, if you want to be better level, you have to be the best rider who can earn enough money from the sport, and they can always think about the sport, and they should be every day try to be better and better and better. But it's not easy, because if we check the salary from the UCI and the USA races, it's really low. It's really low budget. If you win the elite class, I don't know how much, maybe 3,000 euros or something like that in the European races.
I think 1,600 per race. I think the winner.
Yeah, it's a bit funny, and we can see the road cycling. I don't know, the riders earn a lot of money and got a good salary. So this is the reason why it's not easy to build the weather in BMX. Maybe some French, if you see the history, a lot of French went to USA, and a lot of Australians come to USA and live in USA. But I think it's also not really easy, because the French got many from the army, and the Swiss also. So if you are, I don't know, until 22, 23 years, you are in the army and you can do sports and you will get salary from the army. So that's the reason why they can work in BMX. And Philipp Steiner win the underclass in Glasgow, and he's working in something in a bank stuff. And he got the time and he got support from the bank, and he can manage this. Yeah, so it's not easy. It's not easy because in Hungary we have a bit different tax situation, and we have 6 sports when the politician support really the football, basketball, and ice hockey, and volleyball or something like that. And if you have a company and you earn a lot of money, you can give 9% from tax to the club, and the club can buy everything what you think. And if I go to the big company and factory, could you give me this and this? I got 9% for this, so I can give more. So it's also not really easy to make it in Hungary. Yeah. So it's not easy, but I think the right way, you have to go always forward, and you have to think always and try to go and go. And maybe so it's really interesting. Last year I organized one race, and one parents come to me and, Gary, I would like to sell some sweet stuff during the race. Is it possible? Okay, you can do it, but you can't give the bill to the people. You can't do something like that. So you can do it, but I don't know nothing about that. And we can earn almost 1,000 euro from that in one race. We can. That's crazy. I don't know how much is it, but how can do this? But the parents did it. So I think if you work together and of course train together and think together like this meeting, you can grow together a bit. So I remember some years ago the really good chair riders. Of course, Tam. When I was young, I always looking these guys and Prokop. Some years I remember in Sopron, 2006. Sopron organized European races once in the history in Hungary, and the Prokop won the race. I think the both days in Alitas. Yeah, so I think it's possible to make it from Czech Republic also, but not easy. I was C1 race in Klatovy, 2015, something like that, or 16. I don't really remember. But that track is not possible to ride, so that track was really bad. But I know that the old guy who made the track said burn a lot of money for this, but the track wasn't really good. So it's not easy if you don't have a good track. And now I think Benátky is a quite okay track, so it's possible to make trainings there. And I'm also really happy to Benátky organize the European races, because in Hungary we have traveled much if we want to go to the European, and is it good way because it's only 6 hours to our place, so it's easier to manage to travel. Benátky. So I think try to support more and do every year the European races in Benátky. And I don't know, maybe Benátky needs to give back to the riders and give opportunity to train in the training on the track in Benátky, of course. I don't know how many times do you use Benátky?
We do. They are quite supportive. I would say we do summer camps in there, and it's possible to go there all year round.
And how much time do you use the national team in 8 meter on the track?
Like we have a little bit different system because the riders are prepared almost by staff or private coaches. We make during last year we have like WhatsApp group with the riders, and we ask every week to come to train together.
Yes.
But no one like it.
I don't really understand this because I know you was a really good rider and you know how to teach the riders. And
I mean, like we try to support, but someone don't like it. Like it's about the programs of the riders. If they have time to come, but if they don't want to come.
And it's the same in Hungary because if I say you have to do this, but we can't pay nothing, we can't pay the so it's not easy to say you have to go because I say I don't want to go. I take off the jersey and I will use my club jersey or my sponsor jersey and I will go to the European because I paid everything. So it's maybe I say the Slovenian it's the right way because the Slovenian Federation pay everything and we have rules and you have to do the rules because if you don't do the rules you are out. So but I don't know if Federation has enough money to.
We have support for like the races or.
It's the same in Hungary. So in our goal when I started to work in the Federation. I said we have to organize Hungarian races because a lot of parents can't afford to go Verona and the other races. So so if the club organize race in Hungary, the federation give money for that. So I think that's a good thing. But I don't know how is the chair races at this time because. Some years ago, the chair races was really strong. I remember it's stronger than the normal, maybe the average. Maybe Dominic category are strong, really. But every year, like this, that's the problem.
15, 16
Can you explain why Switzerland riders have results?
About the technique, because we have a topic about the technique skills of the riders. The Switzerland.
How they?
Because the Swiss people talk each other, and one parent who has experience because their kids started BMX 5 years ago said, I'm always go to France for the New Year's Eve or the first week of the year or something like that because the weather is better and sunny and some tracks and you can do training there, and that is the reason because the Swiss always go to somewhere, France, Italy, Germany, and they always train different tracks and always train different techniques and bounce and the rhythms and something like that. So I think this is the reason because they are trained a lot, but the young ages just work technique, and 15, 16 started to work seriously, and after in the championship class train.
It's like 15, 16 they seriously work on growing of riders.
Yes.
From federation.
No.
Not really from the federation. Not
Swiss don't have support.
No.
No, they support just top level riders by army or by the races, but they nothing for the challenge.
Yeah, and if you win the world championship, you will get high five.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
They don't have support. Like if you won the world championships, it doesn't mean that you have support.
Yeah. So it's also really different in Hungary, because if you win the Olympic and you get the Olympic medal, you get really much money. So you can buy everything from that money. You can buy house, flat, everything, if you win the Olympics. So that's the reason why some people, I'm not expert about making something in the business, but I'm good in swimming, so I'm going to be the professional swimmer. So that's the reason. So we are really strong in kayak and swimming in Hungary. And it's really interesting, the coach get the same money. And after 35 years, get money every month, salary from the government, if you won the Olympic gold. And if you are the second and third, you all of course get money and till you die. And if you are the qualified position, that's mean 4 to 8, I think, in the Olympic, you will get money, but a bit less. So it's really crazy. So it's not too bad, but it's not easy to make in BMX Olympic gold. If you check the French guy, the French system is really stable and really pyramid like this. So I think it's not that step when the Chess Cycling Federation can to step, because it's I think 50 step is higher than the normal and the others. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can't wait about the Holland cycling in BMX, because they changed the coach and the new coach from the velodrome. So we will see. We will see. It's really interesting. From I think the Holland from till to Bas de Wever. Bas de Wever was one of the best coach, I think. And from after just going a bit, always a bit down. I don't know what's going on there in Holland. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If we spoke back to the Swiss, that's the reason. Every 2 months in Switzerland has 2 weeks off in the school. That means in springs you have 2 weeks, in summer you have I don't really know, 5 weeks, and you have a ski holiday. You have every type of holiday, and the parents always that parents who wants to be seriously in BMX, they always go to somewhere to train and do training in French, Verona, Stuttgart, everywhere. So if you count everything, that's mean counting, every time counting. You practice this and this and this and counting, and if we check the full, we can see, the Switzerland is in 4th position in the nation ranking, but no secret behind, totally no secret, no support, no nothing. And everybody say it's really bad. The federation is really bad in Switzerland, bad everything. But if you see the results, they are good.
Different than England Federation support.
That's I don't really know how to word the British Federation, but I think it's kind of the same in like in the French. So that's really top level, the British cycling. So when I was in USA education, the all topics from the British cycling, the right side UCI, left side British cycling. So that's really crazy. So I think maybe next time I should go to British cycling education, not the UCI. Yeah. So yeah, that's really strong, the British. So if you see, the British has a lot of races in the regional races, and I don't know, some parts, the small part in England and the national. So I don't know, do you have any races from the part of the Czech Republic?
Yeah, we have like West and East, almost like two series.
Yeah.
And overall like national series, like Czech Cup.
And everybody can go to the national race?
For like championships, we have rules. You have to race the Czech Cup first, then you can go for national championships race.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And for the local race, can go everybody.
Yeah.
Like we have like class for like novice. You don't need to have the license.
Okay, that's amateur. Yeah.
Yeah, and don't need like special bikes and everything. You can go bikes from the street, and there is not like normal classes.
Okay.
Like BMX classes, it's in local races. And for the cup, everybody can go except novice.
Okay.
Because novice
Don't
can
have a
license and bikes and all the stuff. And for the championships, you have to qualify by the be just on the cup. You don't need the results.
Okay.
But you need to be part of the race. You need
Okay.
to be part of I think 2 races
Before the national.
before the national to be allowed to come for racing.
Maybe you should put a bit higher, so maybe you need to put inside the top 5 position. Why not? You should try it.
The reason why we don't have like special like rules for the results, because the race is very expensive, and we need to come at
the
least
entry
like,
fee.
yeah, we need
yeah.
take the money from the parents or club
Yeah.
to pay for the races, like
Yeah.
for the all around the race.
I
Because
know.
if we put rules that can, I don't know,
I know.
16 riders to come, no one would like to do the national championships.
Yeah, that's true, because it's not easy to building sport and make business.
Yeah.
And you try to find the balance. Yeah, that's true. It's the same in Hungary. So yeah, we have to need entry fee.
Yeah.
And the organizer need entry fee. And that's the reason why it's all they're not organizing World Cup, because no entry fee, and it's totally minus the World Cup if you want to organize. Because if you see the tribune, it's totally empty. Yeah. It's not easy. It's not easy, but yeah. And now we did one commercial in the Hungarian Federation. That's about 20-25 seconds, and every club will get that short video, and they can put the Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. And we try to make this way, to make more.
And commercial goes to TV or?
I'm not sure, because it's really
just
expensive.
for federation.
Federation and all BMX club in Hungary. So this is also a new project, but yeah, it's we will see what's going on. But we have to do something, and after we did something, we can make a results. It was okay, it wasn't okay, and we can change the way. And now we try to make social media. I don't really like it, but a lot of big business people use it in the social media. So nowadays, I think it's possible to do. Maybe I don't know how many riders use, but Dominic, I know he is expert in social media. But yeah, you should make your own social media. And maybe you can make the team social media. And I don't know what parents can help to you and upload the videos and everything about the trainings or something like that. Why not? It's easy to make it. Okay.
And tax for €400 for training one February is only this, or you have some money from government?
Okay, so that's mean. Of course, we get money from the parents. That's mean they have to pay for the trainings in our club, and if we organize race, we get money from the federation. And for race, yes, but that's mean we don't need to stress about the money in the race because we get enough money from the federation, and we have to make the race. I think it's okay, but if we check the French system, the French club have to pay to the federation if they want to organize race. So it's totally different, but we have to speak our countries, not the French, because it's totally different. Yes, and normally we don't really get money from the government, but some years ago started to make new project from the union's money or something like that, and we got some money for building a new start ramp and building the new jumps. That was a project, but it's totally much paperwork. So sometimes more paperwork than more practical work. So if you get a small money, you don't need to do because it's much paperwork. Yeah, and last year I got €30,000 for one race in Arte Adria. Yeah, that was okay, but only one time in my life. So yeah. So sometimes I'm thinking about to organize the C1 race because that's a qualification race. Our track I don't have a pro section, but I'm not sure about that. That's rules for that. So I'm thinking about that, but it's also really expensive. I don't know about the cost, but I think €50,000, something like that. So it's also not easy. But I remember Rappi, some Czech clubs organized C1 race. When I was in the UCI center, we discussed about the BMX, and if we have seen the statistic, the BMX is the most dangerous sport in the world, and the box is the second one. So it's this is the reason why no berm jump in Paris and Tokyo also, because it's really dangerous, and the UCI people say don't want to see next time to Nicky Man walking with this position. The BMX is really a dangerous sport. So this the reason why not easy to make individual ranking. Because if you have only one guy who can go to the Olympic and he crashed before the Olympic, it's impossible to go. Yeah. Okay, so maybe we should go to the technical skills. So I got some questions in the technical skills. So the first question was what should a technical rider be able to do? Of course, it depends the pro level and the challenge level. But I think normally until 11 the kids need to know everything in BMX: manual, jump, pickup, power wheelie, gate technique, and nowadays it's really usable to jumping and landing manual and manual to jump. So normally you should do until 11, 13 ages. And if you can do, it's not easy to live in BMX, because if you are 15, 16 and you can jump very well, I don't know is it possible to go to the professional level, because now the pro level is really high. So if you see the some race in the European Cup in Sarians last year, everybody raced from the 5 meter, and if you check the time, the junior class and the 15, 16 almost the same time. So the 15, 16 is really strong, and of course it depends which rider can adapt the 8 meter and the big jumps from the 16 class to the junior class. And lot of racer things. I have only 1 and 2 years to learn how to jump and how to be fast on the 8 meter. But I think it's false. So you have 6, 7 years until you are elite. You need to be just practice. First time alone, pair, 4 riders, 6 riders, 8 riders, race. So, yeah. But if you go Stuttgart and you can see the first jump, it's really huge, and asphalt kicker like really steep, and if you are just starting from the top, it's wow, it looks crazy, yeah. But welcome to 21st century BMX. This is the BMX. So yeah, it's hard to say the right answer of this question, but I think the young ages need to learn the technique, of course. And the next question: are there any limits to developing technical skills? So I think now we are almost do everything on BMX. So if you see some French riders can do full straight manual with X legs or something like that, so it's crazy what they can do it. And the another way, I remember in one Italian organized the C1 race 10 years ago, and Jan Schub won the race, and he do on the first straight second jump, that was a step up, the huge one. And he did pick up, and he won the race. So sometimes don't need to make the most complicated technique. Sometimes you need the most simple manual, simple pickup, and that's all. So if you don't know which one is better, and if you have an opportunity, you should make a timing system, and you can measure, and you can measure every week. Because if you can measure, you can know it was okay, it wasn't okay. Because the number is always the number. So if I already spoke with the Swiss one, a lot of Swiss has a timing system, and they make gate with timing at home. So yeah, I know it's also expensive, but yeah, but I went to Verona, and one Swiss team put the timing system on the ramp, and easy to measure.
Yeah, I have seen this the same in Zolder. We met there riders from Alfredo Campo and other this group. They have small book and timing on the top of the hill, and few places on the track, and every time you write date and numbers of time, and every day you can come back and you know times on the part of the tracks.
I have a very good.
Not easy. It's easy, I think. You need only timing.
It's not easy, but if you go to Stuttgart has a timing system. So I have a really interesting pictures from David Graf. He posted to how many half laps did he does this year. full laps. And the timing average, the gate timing was the distance, the difference.
Different. Okay.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
Consistent.
Very consistent.
Yeah,
Not full ups, it's gates.
This is gate.
Gates.
This time this is a full lap, and
How?
oh sorry,
It's
that's
gate.
Gates.
Ah, sorry, that's my fault. Yeah.
And
The time difference like this.
Between best and
between the
the
fastest and the slowest.
No,
Yeah.
the average.
Average.
The average. Yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy. It's nothing. So that's mean he did in 1 year more than 1,000 gate, the same. Really same. And he almost never win.
He won just one World Cup,
Yeah.
the last one.
So maybe.
No, Verona.
Yeah, maybe.
Verona,
I don't know. Yeah.
But just won the one,
Yeah.
the last one.
So great. So that is we have a topic for mental, because he was a bit not enough strong inside the head, because I think he can do the best of the best, and he never win because he always a bit stressed. And he really strong in the head. He choose the pick gate 1 and he win. Crazy. Really crazy. So the BMX is really fast sport. Really. So sometimes depends only 1 second, the first 1 second. And if you lose a bit, you are out in BMX. And you can try tomorrow. And if you are in the Olympic, you can try 4 years again. So yeah, that's really crazy. Really crazy.
Yeah, but David did special trainings. Like David Graf, he did almost the same every day.
I think yes. The David Graf.
It's very special training sessions for David, what I know, because he did almost every day. Like every Monday, he did every Monday the same. Every Tuesday, he did every Tuesday the same trainings.
Yeah, maybe the reason because the elite guys know everything in BMX. They know manual, they know jumps, so they don't really need to practice much time of this. Maybe just for warm up and after make the same. Half laps gate, first straight, full laps, and that's all. Yeah, and David works 3 days training and 3 days rest. So that's also different than the challenge class, because I already said normally the challenge riders work in Monday till Friday. Depends if Dominic going to a lot of weekend trainings, maybe he make a bit rest in the weekdays. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a question for the moving on the gate, for teaching all the skills. Without we have a lot of people know it is good to do it with clips pedals. Can you explain this?
Yes.
Is it important?
Of course, we already spoke with this yesterday with beer, of course, but only one. So I really prefer to using the normal flat pedal, because if you want to make the right technique, you need to use the normal pedal, and the French also use this. So the French a lot of time use the normal pedal and change this one. I did some camps when we started the training with the flat pedal, and after we change the pedal and we do the next session with click. So I think you should do sometimes change it. So in winter time in our club, the racers every 2 weeks changed. 2 weeks click, 2 weeks flat. And of course, if you have time, you can change the rings, chain rings. Of course. So yeah, but I know it's worth the parents, but depends what do you want. If you want to be the champion, you have to do everything, and this is free. If you want to change the wheel sets, it's free. So if you have it, it's free to change it. Don't need to pay for that. And the flat pedal, and that's the same. It's easy to change it 1 minute, and you can practice manual. You know, if you see the football, I'm not a big fan of football, but the Brazil people play football very very nice. Not sometimes the best, but very very nice, very technical and very very funny. And maybe the reason because the young ages don't use shoes, just only foot and feel the bars, and it's the same in BMX. You need to feel the bike and the right foot position on the bike, because if you use the click and you don't know the right technique, sometimes you can pull the rear part of the bike with the click. But you have to understand, you have to pull the rear on the bike with flat pedal also.
About this topic, I have one idea. When we organize races, we have from 13.5 with clip pedal. We can do after celebrated 2 winners, one in clip pedal and one best rider on the flat pedal.
Yeah, but it's not really fair, because in the first, from the gate till the first jump, it's really different. Maybe if you want, you should make a local race with flat pedal and don't allow it to use the click.
Now we talked about.
Yeah, so maybe you can do the race push race, chain off and do push race, because the push race is maybe the most easiest measure the right technique.
Yeah, I want.
If you collect enough speed on the bumps with push and manuals and pickup, your position is right on the bike, and
we must avoid the races on the flat pedals, because not easy to do, but very important for technical growing.
Exactly. So that means the young need to know the right technique, and if the kids know the right technique, after the kids growing and going to be 15, 16, 17, they started to do gyms and started to do individual training, and the muscles started to growing, and they going to be the same fast, maybe faster than before, because he has enough muscle and enough power to do, and he has the right technique. So that's counted. But if you don't have the right technique and you put the big muscles, you will be crashed and you will be out.
The most important technical skills in BMX racing.
Depends on the track, but in the challenge class normally now the manual, I think gate and manual.
Gate and manual.
Yeah, and if you are the first, you don't need a really good BMX tactic. If you are the first, but I think we can speak only to Joris today, who almost always the first. Nick Kimmel sometimes, but yeah. But I remember, I don't know how many years ago in China, organized the big prizes money, and Kimmel was the last on the gate, and he won the race in front of Sylvia and Andre. And yeah, the track was really long, and he do always go up and pull next speed and overtake everybody. I don't know, maybe 5-6 years ago. So yeah, so of course, and if you are the pro level, you have to jump well, because on S6 you need to jump. You need to jump the first straight, second, and the pro line. Depends on which type of pro line.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really hard to say what is the most important technique in BMX. I think we have to see the full package. So the all techniques is important. Yeah. And nowadays I think the 0 point if the kids can do full straight manual, because almost everybody can do it. So if you can do this, that's a 0 point, that's not a plus. Yeah. And this is the new generation, the youngs, extremely skilled.
Now I have good topics. Technical skills are most effective defense against injury.
I think yes. So, do you know the guy from Austria? He riding, I think. No. That's Australia. I said Austria. That's
Felix.
Maybe he was in a final in Savians last year in a European one. He's riding really stiff. Not really nice technique, so sometimes if he rides I close my eyes because I don't really like to see that. And he crashed his home track and he can't walk. Yeah. So yeah, you need to be the right technique, because if when I started BMX we was 4 straight, 3 turns and on 1 straight maximum 3 jumps, and now we have, I don't know, 1 straight 6, 7, 8 jumps. We have, if we speak about the pro section, we have 3 big ones, so that's a bit different sport. And now the bumps, we don't have a straight. So yeah, and the most dangerous crash if you crash and you crash into the kicker and the bumps, and you are stopped 0 speed. That's the most dangerous. So if yeah, I think yes, I agree with this. Maybe we should speak about how often and what volume do you include games, and of course the volume of training. So depends if you are starting the preparation for the next season, you put the volume high and the intensity low. And of course, if we are going to the race and the season period, we change. We put the intensity high and the volume down. What does mean? So when we started the preparation, maybe we should do in the training camps, I don't know, 3 full laps in one training or one training camp. And after, if we are in the race season, we don't do full laps because we have every weekend race. Maybe we do half laps and first straight 3 times and with big rest, but that's 100% correct and enough fast. But I don't really like with kids to work like this to make a professional training, because as we spoke about David Graf can do everything in BMX, and look at the numbers. They know how to do manual and how to do riding 100%. But a lot of kids don't know it. They make a small mistake here, small mistake here, shoulder position, hip position, a bit mistake, gait mistake, bad reaction or something like that. So that's mean not 100%. So sometimes need to correct and just grow. And if you are in the top level, you try to be maybe you can do the same training. So that I said, I can't wait to results from the Holland coach, because the sprint in velodrome and BMX, it's quite the same. But in BMX we have some bumps. But if you are the elite, you can know how to do good things on the bumps. So so if I work with the big guys, I'm not saying you don't need to jump like this and this and this. You know how to jump. You need to know the volume and intensity. That's all.
I think because there is more intensity and more speed in the short time, because it's contact sport, 8 boys on the gate, and you need a position on the very short time. You must be very fast on the very short time, and your position is very.
I understand what you mean. So of course, if you train for fastness, you have to train really intensity and really low volume. That means if you make sprints, you don't need to do 20 sprints. You have to do 6, 8, and really short intensity, really high intensity and really short time. So that means in the winter time, I don't know your riders working with roller, but if not, you should try to do it, and maybe put the phone or timing system in front of the roller, and the kids can see the time and make sprints 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 8 seconds. Don't need more, because if you work more, that's not for the speed, that's for the endurance. Yeah, so yeah, it's really important.
You must practice sprints and technical gate practice.
The gate every training. We use every training.
We have 7 days in a week, and how many times?
In our club, so if we have a three times training, we use 3 times training. 3 times gate.
It's 3 times gate.
Every time. And normally in one training we did 4 and 6 gates.
And sprints.
Sometimes we do
More than
including the training. So sometimes if I organize the training in a track, sometimes we went to the asphalt during the session and we did sprints. Yeah, but normally I think two times per week for challenge class need to be sprints. Yeah.
Okay, but I think sprints are very important for this
really.
discipline.
Yes, but if you make too much, you will be getting slower. So it's also really good if you can measure. So you have, I don't know, 20 meters, and you put the timing, and you can measure.
What is it better? It's better to do every day only few sprints, but
Not
every day,
because
or but only 2 times more sprints, maybe 10. What is it better?
So if you do every time, every day sprints, you will be burned out, and your muscle is going to be always slower and slower.
But not
So that's-
only 1, 2, 3 maybe.
Yeah, but you need rest. So sometimes you need rest. That means you don't do nothing. Like as I said, David Graf, 3 days training, 3 days off. It's if you think 3 days off, it's quite much. But if you measure the sprints, and you can control, because that means, I don't know, 30 meters you can do 3 seconds normally. And if you are going to be 3.1, 3.2, that means you are too tired.
Yes.
Okay, so it's easy to measure. That's the reason why you need to measure the sprint time. And sometimes if you make 3 days rest, maybe you can do this time, 2.9.
After.
Yeah, but of course you have to teach the kids. If the kids started to do BMX the first, I don't know, 2-3 years, it's easy to grow in BMX. And if you are I don't know, maybe 39 seconds or 38 seconds, depends which track, that's a good time. It's not easy to work 37.5. Maybe you need 1 year to make it half seconds in one full lap.
Yeah.
To growing. So if you are one level in a good level, it's not easy to step higher and higher. I don't know, are you using the timing system during the sessions?
Just for the gates.
Just for the gates, yeah. But that's better than nothing. Yeah, and rapid?
Not much.
Not much.
Like,
Yeah, because 1.5 hour and not easy to adapt inside the session. Yeah, I know because every parent wants to most effective using the 1.5 hours. So that's mean the session started 2 o'clock and ride as many as you can until 3:30. Yeah. So sometimes the parents don't want to be the sportsman, want to be we paid a lot, so you have to use the track as many as you can. So yeah.
We have troubles with technical moving on the gate. I stop it with timing because they haven't good moving. They first must learn good moving on the gate, and after I will take timing.
Okay, so that means you want to.
If I put the timing, they won't be hurry.
Okay. So
and
they
want to
okay.
do good.
That's agree. I agree. That's true. So if you want to practice on the gate and technique, you don't need to measure it. Because if you change something different, sometimes you are slower, and the kids say, "Oh, this coach speaking really bullshit because my time is slower." Yeah, this time slower, but after you can going faster and faster. So yeah, it's you can practice the gate on a flat with the box. You can put the pedal and just do the right movement, because if you do on flat, you are a bit slower, not really how I want to say too fast, explosive. So you are not really explosive, and you can focus more the movement. So sometimes when we do sprints, we started only the gate movement. So we are just stopping and do the movement with easy power, so with not full power, just to feel the movement. Because you look at, this is the ramp. If the first you're going like this, you are lose time. You need to be always parallel with the gate. And if you see Joris do the gate, it's really simple. Everybody know it, but not. But not. So, and if you see Jeremy Rencourel do really high on the gate, and same, both are fast. So it's a bit individually.
This is
a bit
details.
Yeah, of course. And if you see the videos, a lot of elite guys practice the small ramp, because it's a bit slower and they can focus more the right movement. And if you see the gates nowadays, and a lot European track use the Pro Start electric. That's really fast, a bit faster than Pro Gate. And yeah. So you need to be really fast, because the elite almost touch the electric gate. So that's when they are really fast.
Yeah. Your experience with standard for teaching moving on the gate. Standard when on the asphalt and first moving, learning with standard. If you have one pedal.
You mean the spring block?
Teach
the first
yes,
move of the game.
you can, but if you can see the price, the spring block is, I don't know, that's really overpriced. That's a plastic things, and I don't know, it's 300. Really, really expensive. The box.
Really?
Yes, that's really.
No, it's only a small stand.
Yes.
But you can make your own, and you can use that.
Well, we do it because we tried before gate. Before when we go before the gate practice, we go to the standard, and I used phone and show him a video. How is it moving?
Yeah, exactly. That's the right way, because if you say to kids, you can see the lights and the lights started flashing. You have to do the movement, and a lot of kids, but the gate is standing and I'm afraid to because I will touch it or something like that. But that's the correct if you make video and look at. You are from the gate, first wheel and the gate here. So and the kids can trust themselves and they started to do a bit even faster and forward.
If I can do moving on the gate only them and nothing to tell them, they have reaction time longer. And when I take a phone and take a video from the reaction time, I tell them, and after they are very more fast.
I understand what you mean.
I must talk about it with them, and then now they are fast. If I don't tell about it, they are slower.
That's mean they are kids.
I show him on video.
So the kids sometimes, so that's mean Mondays we practice manual and the kids can manual everywhere on the track. And we meet next time Wednesday and I say, hey, you have to do manual here. Really? Yes, you have to, because you did it many times. So yeah, the kids is kids. You have to say something 1,000 times, maybe more. So yeah, I know. The kids is like this. Yeah. I have a kid, but he's still really young, so we are not talking to each other because he's 6 months. So yeah, but yeah, the kids like this.
And how many riders you prefer in your training group for good results of training?
Normally, I think the club training is about 16 and 20 in one group. Normally, depends because I always put the groups a bit higher, so much rider. That's mean 20, 22 because never happened every kids come to every session. So the average about 16. But if you want to be work really pro, I think 6-8 per session.
6-8 is.
I think 6-8 because yeah, it's not easy to see everything. And now I'm working with the Slovenian development team, and we have a small group, and much easier to see everybody and make videos, and we can analyze and we can discuss. And
That's important.
Yeah, and I think it's really important. You have to tell the kids if they do a good manual or good jump. You have to tell it was good, and you have to tell that was good. And you should do always this, because the kids need to get positive feedback.
How do you change it individual time for teaching of the moving on the gate with full ramp? Because they can't better if you don't work with them individual with videos.
Oh, so sometimes I work individual with kids, but normally I don't have time for this.
Yeah, but I think it's time very important for
Of course,
changing of the moving.
Of course.
But if you have 16, it's not possible.
No.
Yeah, but you have to do it like individual. Like you have to imagine if you have like club training
Yes.
for everybody,
Yeah.
and then if you want to work just separately with some riders which want to change something and ask you for changing something, or you can see if the riders is potential and you can do by yourself like individual session.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's different.
That's why you have the blocks. You have racers, you have hobby, you have beginners.
Yeah.
If you want to race, you will practice more in person,
Yeah.
like the videos and everything like that. But if you got, for example, 10 years old guy who comes to training once a month, so
Yeah.
no,
You can.
it's a hobby.
Exactly.
You are a racer. I can feel your
Yeah,
problems and discuss it.
Yeah. But what we spoke about, we need hobby riders, of course, because we need the entry fee. and we need club money. So yeah. So sometimes we need to balance between the business and the real sport. But I think the BMX is real sport because the elite athletes not earn much money like as a football player, because sometimes, I don't know, Cristiano Ronaldo went to Saudi Arabia just for money, not for sport. So, but I don't really understand why they need to even more money. So I think, yeah. And I was a really good discussion. One guy from Great Britain. He is the club owner in Cardiff, and he has a new track in Cardiff. And of course he built the timing system inside the track. That's not really interesting, I think, because if we see the new tracks, every track has it. But he put the cameras from next to the ramp and the turns and the straight, and they can make a video analysis from the side with the same speed with the riders. So that's really interesting, because that guy working in a dart, and that was a really good question, because we are speaking, and at one time just asked Gary, do you know how many pedals did Joris Dode in Rock Hill in the final on the first straight? That's a good question. Yeah, because if you started to count that, you can make and you can adapt your training. So sometimes you can count how many pedals do you need. So normally nowadays in BMX 5, 7, and after jump again, and after between 2 jumps 1. Sometimes you can pedal. So you need to be really good hard effort on the gate, and from the first until the pro, from the second until the pro line, and last straight. Yeah. And of course I think we have to speak about the race training or preparing for the race, because we are speaking a lot about the technical things, and if you practice the technical skills, the kids riding alone. But I think it's of course different if the kids ride alone on the track and make jumps and manuals, and after you put the race situation in the training, and the kids only did push. And if you ask why did you push? Because I'm afraid about do manual jumps or something like that. But you have to practice on the training with group and do manual. So sometimes I have some exercise. I put some cones, and the red one you have to do manual, I don't know, the blue one you have to do jump, and you need to do the training with group, and you have to do the exercise with group, because it's a different level. And of course it's different level the 8 meter, if you jump alone, pair, 4 riders, 6 and 8 riders, and race where everybody wants to be the first. Because on the training sometimes the kids don't push enough strong. If they problems in family or something like that, this guy is faster than next to me, so I can do easy and I jump the first, and the coach says, okay, I jumped, but yeah. But in the race everybody wants to be the first on the first jump.
I have from my license I have my personal working here. I have the topics here. How many times you pedaling on the first straight, second straight?
Did you count it?
Yeah. Yes. And
that's
in
cool.
the how is it changed in the age from the small ones
Till the
13 and elite?
exactly.
It's pedaling is not much, but very effective, very speedy. I
exactly.
can show you.
Okay, so
Maybe so.
I think, of course, it's really interesting. And if we are speaking about the pedaling, we have to know a lot of kids started to push the chain rings early too high. So that's what this means too heavy gear. I think the small ramp for the small ramp 44, 16, it's quite heavy. And so sometimes the young ages is better if the kids do a lot of sprints with the short gear, easy gear, and do really fast legs. Because if you have a fast legs, you can adapt the power with that speed. But if you don't have a fast legs, you can't adapt the big speed. Yeah. So that's really complicated. So the young ages has to be used the small gear and pedal. And which track is that where you count?
I think maybe in our track in Krupka.
Okay.
Yeah,
maybe it's
results was pedaling is not too much in BMX. A lot of time you are with jumping and straight corners. And important pedaling is from the hill to the first stage, to the first jump. And not much, but you must be very fast.
Yes.
Very high frequency.
Really? I think more than 200 per
If you know how to do it, you can explain us how frequency.
It's easy to put better frequency if you use the roller. What is the difference between rollers and sprint? If you use sprint, you can use sprints on asphalt, and you have air in front of you. And if you use roller, you don't have air. You don't need. You don't have a resistance. Just you have to do sprints without any resistance. So that's the reason why a lot of guys also use roller.
And
you understand what I mean?
Jo,
the resistant.
Jo, resistant, jakože se nezlepšil.
Odpor.
Že když na válcích, tak nemáš vlivy, že když jedeš venku v prostředí, tak prostě máš odpor vzduchu, protože nějakou plochu zabírá ti tělo, že jo? A takže vlastně jako na válce ventilátor dům.
Yeah, but of course, if you see a lot of video, especially the Dutch team using many times, I don't know, pushing the speed 50 with cars and after do sprints. Of course, it's possible, but with kids, I think it's dangerous.
And can you do training plan for the fast legs, maximum frequency? How you do it is planned?
You have to do very intensive, so that means you have to do always 100% and really short time, and between the trainings need rest, and between the sprints also need rest. So if you feel you did 5 seconds sprint, you are feeling nothing. If you do on roller 5 seconds sprints, that was nothing. So after 3 minutes I can do again. Yeah, but not. If you measure, not. So that's mean this is the reason.
5 seconds and
I think
5
minimum 5 minutes, minimum 5, but I think more than 5. More than 5. So I think the normal is 10. About 5 and 10, between 5 and 10.
I think important for BMX rider is great practice and frequency of your legs.
Yeah, but if you, I think the right if you make the test day, and you can measure everything, the technical skills, maybe the endurance, but you can measure everything in one day. So I think the most important the technical things, and maybe the full lap, and push race, and something like that, and you can make which type of training do you need to adapt. Because if I made a test from the Slovenian, one girl jumping very good and jumping the SX and jumping triple, something like that, don't afraid from the jumping, but she can do manual on flat. She can't do power really on flat. So she needs to make basic things. Because she jumped one of the hardest things in the girls category to jumping the first SX. She did it many times. She did it during the race, but she can do manual and power really on flat. So I think that's bad things. She has to do that. Think about the speed, exercise for speed and training.
Yeah,
and volume.
it comes to age of the.
Okay, so I'm not working with rollers or something like that with the young ages. That's mean 4, 6, 7, 8 riders. So sometimes I just only do some sprints, but of course that age is not sprint. That's just pedaling. So that's the reason why usually we are using the track with the small kids, because they don't want to ride on the flat and just do pedaling, because they mentally and the brain is not enough to understand you need to be pushed as strong as you can. So the young ages, I think, don't really need to do this type of exercise, but you can do exercise with running. So sometimes I through the all corners and you need to collect as fast as you can. It's really simply, and the kids like it. And sometimes you can do running there and back and there and back. So with the small ages. So in the young ages you can use this type of exercise.
Even doing this through the, let's say, summer season or something like that, because this practice is usually being used.
Yes, sometimes yes.
Winter time, you know what I mean?
Yes. But now we don't have really winter time and summer time in Hungary, because we don't have snow, we don't have much rain, we don't have a really cold weather, so it's possible to do training in outside. But we will see in January and February is the most worst. So yeah, but yeah, you can use it, of course, with kids. And I really like the athletic exercise to running with high heel and high knee or something like that. It's really basic, and you can do the fast legs if you want with this. So if I organize the training camp, I always put one training in a speed training, and we use a bike, and we did the same exercise without bike to high knee and high heel running, just 10 meters or something like that, but really fast. And we don't work about the running movement or something like that and running technique, because I'm not an athletic coach, I'm a BMX coach. So I don't want to tell, oh, you have to do this and this, and just do it just with fast legs and enjoy it. And of course it's really important about the volume. If you do a lot, you lose the speed. So you need to do less, but really, really fast. So you have to teach the kids how you can make quality and not quantity. Because in the speed is always about the quality. So if you see the cars, if you see the marathons, everybody can run the marathons, but depends how much time when you can run it. So if you can run under 2 hours, you are the champion. So the speed is always the really big fact about the sport. And of course in BMX, because the BMX is about 23, 22 seconds till depends which ages, but normally it's about half minute. And if we work too much endurance exercise, the kids and the muscles, fibers change for that exercises. So that's the reason why you should start it to early ages, to short running and reaction. So that's mean the kids need to stand, and if you blow the whistle, you need to run, and maybe you can change the position. Maybe you can do the push-up position, and if you blow, you need to stand up and run. I used under 13 age to exercise. Maybe you can put the bikes on the first bump, and you have to go to the end of the ramp, and you need to run to the bike and race till the first turn, something like that. Of course, this exercise is not a pro level. So the pro never do this, but if we are speaking about the hobby riders and the kids, and if I can see the 8 years old kids, you don't know he will be a champion or not. He is 8 years old. Every 8 years old is the same. Maybe the future next coach, the future club owners, or track maintenance or something like that. So you never know that. So I think always try to work positives with the kids, because I think it's really important, and you have to understand the kids' language, how you can speak with them, and how you can communicate. Need to be funny or something like that. So it was the Christmas period, December, and I always speaking the stories to kids. And sometimes I called my old coach, and I said, "Hi Jesus, please tell something to kids, because they don't believe you," or something like that. So it's funny things, but good for kids. It's really important. So this is the reason why you have to make different groups in your club, because I'm not speaking these stories to the racers, because the racers want to be a racer, but the hobby rider want to be a hobby rider, and the 4 years old kids and 6 years old kids, you don't know. Maybe he wants to be Formula 1 driver. We never know that. So yeah, of course.
Do you apply method of training if you are only one trainer on the track, and you have maybe 2 or 3 separated groups, and you only tell them what they do?
I understand what you mean, but if I'm working with the young ages, I never do this. So I never do that. I'm on the ramp, and I work 4 riders, and another 4 to do something in the other part of the track. I think it's a bit dangerous, because you can't see the kids crash and what's happened, and you don't know how.
Up the age of the.
Yeah. So the bigger group, it's a bit different, because if we make exercise, and especially one exercise, what we have a boy and we have to do some turns or something like that, the other people needs to wait. Sometimes I say you have to go 1 easy lap, no manual, no jump, and after change the group, of course. Yeah. So, but normally that's the reason why I have selected groups, because if I have a selected group, I can work together.
I've seen it the first time in Bezancon, but it's oldest one, maybe 13 and up, and they have third separate groups, and they train.
And how many coach? 3?
I think only 1. He tell them what they do.
I think that's the reason, because in Besançon I think has 200 riders, and don't have enough time to everybody train on the tracks, and maybe that's the reason. The Swiss sometimes use the track in 2 coach and 2 different groups, first, second straight, and third, fourth straight.
Yeah.
But I think the right way if you use the full track in one group and try to make the shuttle is better and I think it's the best if you have a different selected group. I think minimum 3 if you have more than 40 riders in your how many riders do you have in your club?
20.
20. So maybe two groups is enough, I think.
It is, and we are only 2 trainers. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
Really?
how many rapid? Because I think rapid is a bit much.
140.
140. Yeah.
Depends about knowledge and
Yeah, we got a lot of new ones coming in.
That's really good if you
Yeah.
if the new ones come. Because sometimes we have to post a lot and we have to call a lot. Oh, please come and go to the school and speaking about the sport. But it's not easy to speak about the sports in the school, because the kids just sitting and that guy just speaking something and I don't care about. But if the kids can see the bike and jumping and everything, I want to do this. So it's yeah. And how many coaches do you have in rapid?
2.
like David is full-time coach. We have Eliška, Batkunko is coaching there, and like this is the main 3 coaches for groups. We have like 7 groups, and like maximum it's 4 groups per day.
Yeah.
Maximum.
Yeah, because you can't start the session 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And how you can select the groups, because you say you have 7 groups.
Yeah. We started selecting by the year, by the age. Then we changed how they are good later on,
okay.
and we will switch it between the groups.
Okay. So
yeah, some can start in low group and go really fast to
I understand what
to
you mean.
change.
Yeah, so that's I work with the winter tour team, and the winter tour team we made, I forget to say in Switzerland, but this is good things. We made a skill test. That's mean the winter tour has 5 different groups. It's the same like the bike, micro, mini, junior, expert and pro. And a different type of exercise what you can do. And every half year has a one-time test day. And you have to demonstrate, the kids need to demonstrate the exercise, and if you can do it, you can get team. And if you can do it, X. And if you do everything, you can grow one group higher. So this things is not too bad. But winter tour has 180 riders. 180 inside the club, but in Switzerland that's different, because everybody inside the club, because they got the license from the federation with the club, and after a lot of parents make own team, so it's a bit different. Because if you have a team, I don't know, team 19, that is one guy, fathers is the owner, and okay, you can go with me, you can't, and so it's how I say. So inside the big package has a
small groups.
Yeah, small groups. It's
training groups.
Yeah. So, but the skill test is not really bad. That's not really bad. So that mean was really simply from the micro to mini. You can go down from the top of the turn, because a lot of 4 years old can do this. Go down from the top of the turn to the straight. Of course, for these ages, everybody, it's easy, just go down. But sometimes the kids don't do this. And there was another exercise. You need to balance on the gate, and if you can't balance, you can't do the exercise. So that's also not really complicated. So you always think the simple things, because if you see the full budget, you always put the small basic things and simple things inside the budget.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one of the last questions: how do you choose new riders?
I put some Instagram post, and now I hope about from the new commercial video from the federation.
I think to do club.
We will get
From the video.
it. Yes, every club will get it from the Google Drive, and everybody can download from the right quality, and everybody can use it. Yeah, and after the video, we will put the all clubs logo and names inside the video. So this is a new idea, but yeah. And another interesting thing, I have been in a Ninja Warrior some years ago, and I do ninja training in the gym. No, I don't have time for that, but until this time I did it, and a lot of people and a lot of person wants, oh Gary, you can teach very good with the kids, so I want to do that sport what you do. Yeah, but I do BMX. Is it good for you? Oh yes, okay, that doesn't matter. So that was the lot of kids come inside to our sports from another.
Because of you.
Maybe yes. But yeah, because I'm always playing with the kids, and I started the session almost always. I'm asking to kids how you feel, and how you feel today. What did you do the weekend, and have you sit in Ferrari or Porsche or something like that? No, I'm not. You have to. Because the kids always dreaming, and yeah, and sometimes the really simple question is more than enough. So if you feel how you feel today, and the kid says, oh, Gary, I did this and this and this, and yeah, but of course it's 5 minutes, but yeah, I think it's necessary to make it. Yeah.
Takže tě David přihlásíme do nějaký reality show. No. Nějaký pro Lexi? Nějaký bulvár?
And Gary, can you show us some games for teaching reactions?
Reaction?
Or maybe later in
yeah, of course.
With boys. We have about 6 boys from Praha for training with bikes.
Okay.
Akorát nemáme kuželky.
Okay, of course. And I forget to say, in our club, I managed one person who worked with kids, with kids spirit, and she's a very kind woman, and she speaks with the kids about how you feel after the win, and how you. It's kind of like psychology or something. But this is also extra fee, so the parents also need to pay for this. So not everybody uses it, but some kids use these ages, the small ages. So, of course, for mental preparation, because if you see the technical guy, Eddie Clark, maybe he is one of the best from jumping triple or quad or something, but look at his results, he never win. He always too stressed, and he don't believe himself enough to make it. So yeah, but he is a good rider, but he never win. Yeah. So it's also need to work parallel with the mental and brain work. So I know if you work the challenge class and normally club training, it's not really realistic to make it. But if you want to be better, you have to try to work on this. And I think the kids will be more effective. Maybe we should speak about the marketing, because we are not speaking much about that.
You have some topic, and do you want to talk about?
Of course, we can speak, because
Your marketing.
Yeah.
Maybe
I can speak.
I'm interested in the question how,
Yeah, okay, so you
how
want
much
to-
money elite riders
It's
it's possible to do.
So,
If you have some information about
no, I don't really have, but I know the system in Switzerland. So
Switzerland, do you know how much money they have for 1 month?
no, I don't really know, but much. So if you want to live in Switzerland,
On French or in Hungary?
no, so that's the mean. When Simon Marquardt win the World Championship, he was in army,
Mhm.
Swiss army, and he can, the army support the pro athlete, and they got money from the army, and Sylvain Andre, Jeremy Rencourel, and some French guy, Amidou, yeah, is also from this the same, and some French girl and riders is police, and they get money from the police. Yeah, but I don't really know is it realistic in Czech Republic. I don't really know, because in Hungary, if you have a work and you are not working, you don't get money. So yeah, I don't really know how it's possible. And I think in Holland, the Dutch team gets salary from the federation. But this year is not, because this project is stopped. So yeah, and I think Great Britain is the same. And I don't really know the Colombians, because the Colombia is the second in the nation ranking, and for me it's a really interesting country, really, because if the story is true from the movie, that's really pure and really rich. And how you can be rich? Sell cocaine. I don't know how to. I don't know how to.
Koupím cestu.
Yeah.
Asi koupím cestu.
So yeah, that's also really interesting. And if you see the top riders, the Colombians are top, really top, and the tracks are good,
Yeah.
really good.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
One last question.
Yes.
Not from this topic,
Okay.
but important for us. What do you mean about our climate? And is it possible to use our flag every time, every month in year? Is it possible in Czech Republic?
I think Czech
And how do you do
Republic. I think Czech Republic a bit colder than Hungary, but so if you go to the track something 0 degrees or -1, 2 or +3, it's not too easy to make technical things, because your muscles and everything.
Yeah, cover of the tracks, because we finished with BMX in November and start in March. It's 3 or 3 weeks without track.
It depends. Yeah, we yesterday also spoke about this.
Explain.
It depends of the quality of the track. So in our track, I maintain the track, and I always vibration. And then when I started to make the new track, that was my idea. The track and the place need to be higher point, and the other part need to be a bit down. That's about 20 centimeter, not much, because of the water need to go down from the track. And I put the green things next to the track, so I don't need to cut the grass, because it's much work. So yeah, I think I'm not sure about is it possible because depends on how much water come inside into the track. If too much, it's not really possible and usable. If you make the same quality like Stuttgart, yes, but that's 1.5 million euro. So it's really expensive. So okay, we are speaking in Czech Republic, so maybe that's 1 million euro, not 1.5. So yeah, so it's not easy because the Clark Kent who build the track put the everything inside the ground and after building with the stone the track. So that's the reason why
the track itself is drainage. So
yes.
It goes from the small limestone to the ground where it's big stones. So the water goes completely off.
Exactly.
It's typical in Switzerland. Limestone they got plenty of in
exactly.
Switzerland, and the track is. I used to run a European Championship in Genova, and it was storm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it
and normally the Verona track is almost the same, but if we see the last race in Verona, the European, when the storm is come to there, the track was unrideable. Yeah, but that storm was really a real storm. So I think no track can be rideable with that condition. So yeah. Because that was really crazy. I don't really know about the exact weather in Czech Republic, but today morning was really cold. For me, really, and a bit windy. And if you have 0 degrees and with wind, I think it's really heavy to make training with kids. You should make training for endurance and don't stop. Just ride, but not exact BMX training. And in Hungary we have one indoor track. It's kind of like Schenkvice, almost the same like that, but we have a bit smaller lines. Yeah, so we normally use that if we have a really bad condition. But I don't really remember. Maybe 3 years ago was really bad condition during in the winter season. Yeah. And of course I already said we use the hybrid. So if really much rain, we will go. We went to gym. And if we are in the gym, we are not doing BMX. We are doing some exercise in gym. I don't really like if the kids are using weights, so we using some body weights and some exercise, some running and some playing, some staffette. So we are not using the squat or something like that. So that's a pro level. The pro need it, but the young age is not. Okay. So I think it's really important. Don't need to use plus weight for kids because the muscles started to growing, and if you don't have a technique in BMX, you are out. So first need technique and after. Okay. It's the same like the USA athlete. The USA athlete until 18 just do the practice the technique, the running technique, the jumping technique, and if you have a right technique, put the gym and put the power and they will be the champion. Yeah. And of course depends on the Usain Bolt Jamaica jump. Because he always said I'm really fast because I eat my mom jam.
Thank you very much, Gary, for cooperation on this project. And I will hope that we will see you in the Czech Cup race and so on.
Of course, okay. Thank you. Thank you.